because I had a little trouble recording the last session. I'm gonna do a start again to show it. And if we and if we have time, I would like to spray paint some of them and show them and show you guys some techniques, some do's and don'ts. I have my equipment right here. I am I'm not usually painting inside my workshop. I usually paint outside, but for this session, I'm gonna paint inside. Um, I recommend you guys to paint outside. Um, so I th- I th- Hi, Micah. Hi, Micah.
Hello, everyone.
I'm missing. Ahí está. Hi, Stacy. Yes, we are all here. Hi, Stacy.
Hello.
Because I had a little trouble recording everything last week, I'm gonna do another star. I'm gonna do it again, with this time with black paper and with a blue paper, and and I will try to like guide you again. And if we have some time, I would like to paint some of the works that we have been doing, um, and show you some of the techniques and do's and do nots in the painting process. And the next week we're going to do the finishing touches, the ironing, the varnishing, all the last steps that I do. Now we are entering like a step that I haven't never showed this, the the inside techniques. I have shown all my works, but now you're gonna see some secrets that people tell me don't show them. But I love. I have been 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 very grateful, um, by showing my techniques and people doing them. So that's it. We're gonna start again. We're gonna start, and I hope you guys follow me. And if you have any questions, please tell me. So I'm fixing my spot here, so you can see me in two directions, how I do them here and here. So, and now I think I'm taping everything. So uh, so let's do it. Okay, let's do the star again. We start with the usual normal accordion, three three folds. I'm finding the first step, finding the middle one. I always check that the vertices, that the points are very aligning to itself. I'm gonna take my wedge. It's easy. This pattern, like we saw last week, if you fold, mm, uh, if you fold more points on the accordion, you can do the star within the star. It's the same pattern, but one step ahead. I will do the only the one star with this paper because it's small paper. We start with a common simple accordion. I will put the A and B side. So this is the A side and this is the B side. Because I'm always turning the paper on its side. We start but try to find the first hexagon that we find inside the paper. You can cut down the paper to make it only the hexagon, and you can have like a work like a artwork in that size. I like to do it in the square or like maintaining paper um, the paper geometry, but you can do it in the hexagonal like in a hexagonal paper. So to find the hexagon, we start from the middle point. From that point, I will try make like a paper plane. From that point, I pinch it down. I'm not folding it. I'm only pinching it down, and this point up the to the
La
to the
cámara, ¿eh?
moon line.
Quité la cámara hasta que salga.
There's the mountain, so I'm folding from that point up to the mountain top, up to that line that we did. It makes sense. A paper plane. We're gonna do the first steps. Try to. That's it. You can see that that point is touching the um, the mountain top, the mountain top of the accordion. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Always check that your line is starting very precisely from that point. We have the first step, the paper plane. We have the half of the hexagon. We have like that half, but we have to find all the other parts of the hexagon. The way that we do that, this is a tricky part. We fold it in the middle, just like that. We fold it from that point. Let me show you. From that point, I put my finger here and I pinch it down so the fold is easier. And now that edge is gonna touch that edge. So here. And again, we're gonna do it in the other side. From that point, I put in my finger, pinching down all the way up to that side. Now we have two pieces of information that it gives us. The middle part, the point of the star, and the other sides of the hexagon. There it is. There's where the hexagon is going to be. So now, where the hexagon is going to be, I fold it again. I'm turning it again on its side, only to find where it falls, where I did the line. Let me show you again. That's it. You can see the hexagon, but now I'm trying to fold it. You can use pencils to guide you all the way. This is a white pencil, only for showing you guys. So we fold it. I turn it upside down and try to find where it is. That's it. That's it. And now I'm going to do the same, but in the other side. If I'm going too fast, please tell me.
I missed this last step.
So, yeah, I'm going to do it again. So we are here.
Yep.
In the paper plane part of it.
Yep.
We fold it. So we have now, you can see there, that's our fold. And where it touches, that's where we're gonna fold it to the other side. You can use a pencil to mark it and then fold it, or you can put the paper in that position and fold it in on itself. Fold it and fold that part.
Wait.
To find the hexagon. Are you here?
No. Almost, but
Almost. Let me show you again.
okay.
So we are here.
Yes.
We are here. I turn it on it to the other side.
Okay.
I fold that from the paper plane side, from that side, I find that point where this fold meets that edge, the outer edge.
Yeah.
And that's where we fold it touching. Let me show you. I can do it on this side also. From that point, from that edge, I want that fold, that edge, touching this edge. So here. Make sense? Here.
Oh. Yep. Okay.
And you can do it again on the other side. And it's going to mark you the point of the star. On finding the point of the star, we fold it in itself, and it gives us the other side of the of the hexagon. Here it is, the other side of the hexagon. You can also fold it here, and you will find the same pattern. You can fold it in that direction and that direction, or in that direction, and it always makes the hexagon. I can show you the hexagon. I can fold it here. I can fold it here, and I fold in and so, and it gives us the hexagon. Okay. Let me get a guide here. There it is. I have this guide to show you. You can see the hexagon here. This is a very beautiful like piece, like in a hexagonal shape. So when we have the hexagon, when we find the hexagon, let me show you. I want to find every fold that gives us the star. So I need that the middle part, the middle and the middle part, every other line. So now we have that one. I am having here. I want to find that middle part and that middle part. To find all the folds of the star. So if you're here, now we have one fold, two folds. You can fold in the middle part, the half of the hexagon. Here's our point of the star. But I need two more. I need here and I need one here. So from the point of the star, I pinch it down with my finger, and I will try to find that middle ground. How we do that? If I want to find the middle of that angle, yes, I want to find the middle of that angle. I have to put that line touching that line, and it will find us the middle part. So we do it. I put my finger in the start point, and I touch that one with that one. And you can see that it gives us not only touching that one with that one, but also that edge is going to touch that edge. And now I'm going to find the other side. I put my finger, I pinch it down, and that line is touching that line. So I find a middle point. Should we do it from this side? You can see that that line is touching that other side. Let me do it in the hexagon. That makes much more sense where we are dealing with a hexagon. So it's much easier to work with only the hexagon. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 folds. That's very magical, because there are 6 sides of the hexagon. There are 12 intersections. So we are here. And I will try to find the start point. Now we have that. The paper is almost like popping into itself now. And now let me show you in the hexagon. Maybe I can cut it down to make it a hexagon. When I have all the points of the star, okay. Let's see. I will find that middle line. Let me show you again. Here is the middle of the hexagon, and I'm folding in on itself to find from that edge up to the middle line. Always checking that they are parallel lines. That one. And on the other side. And that one. I turn it and I do the same from here. And here we have it. I find it every half point. So these are all the folds. They're symmetrical in every side, in every line. So if you do one side, you have to do the other side again. If I have that side, I have to do the other side again. I have that side, I have to do the other side again. And now you can just see the star. where it is on the paper. If it's thick enough, it's going to start pop to pop into itself to make the star. Let me show you the full paper. Here's where I take the. This is my big bag of paint. I take pins and paper pins, cloth pins. And now I will try to find one point of the star, just one. I'm not trying to pop everything at the same time, just one side. If I find one side, it's gonna like force the paper into the shape. So I don't need the paper clip now. I'm finding everyone. Pop it in of itself. There it is. There it is. Just um, like force the paper pop into the star. Let me show you again, but making the hexagon, and I will I will cut down the side of the hexagon. So it's much easier. I find the accordion, the first step, the accordion. This gives us the first part of the geometry. Here it is. Um, ah, you can see the black paper, yes, from the middle point. That vertex is gonna touch the mountain line that it gives us, the mountain top. On the other side. Here I have the paper plane. Now, I have the paper plane. And this, I start from that point, from the edge of this fold. I put my finger. At that point, I pinch it down. And then I find in the middle part, the middle line. So that that edge is gonna touch that edge, that outer edge. Now the same on the other side. I always put my finger where it is the fold. I pinch it down, and then I find then I adjust the angle. So the fold is touching that edge and that edge. So here I use a pen, a pencil, and trace where our lines are touching, and that's where I'm gonna fold. You can see the line where I drew it, and I'm folding it. I'm gonna do the same in the other side. You always find that geometry that I always speak about. That every line always touches with another one, because we are making halves and halves and how it's called, symmetrical objects. So everything like touches. But now I have the hexagon. This is a much easier step, Stacy. Check this. I will cut down all the parts and leave only the hexagon. You can cut it with a scissors or a ruler, but I'm doing it my life. If you find the hexagon, we are golden. We are uh, we are just in. So from the hexagon, now we're having only the hexagon. It's not folded. It's not a square one. It's only the hexagon. So I will find every half from every side. So the half of this side, we have that half, that half. It makes much more sense in if we are working with a hexagon. There's like a little flower. And from here, I'm finding all the halves from the edge up to the middle, from the parallel lines. So that parallel line is going to touch that middle part, that middle line. So we have it already from the first step, from the accordion part. Now I will try to find it in every direction. So here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. And let me look if I'm not missing anyone. There, where it is. That's it. Ahí está. And we have um, not only the star pattern. We have inside of this pattern you can make a whole lot of another um, uh, forms and objects. The star is only one of the possible folds that we do. So we are here. I will try to find one of the points of the star. You can just see that I can find one of the points of the star. Pop it up. Here's one. If you find one, you can find every other side. Pop it. Miguel, I think sometimes the lines are folded in the other direction, so you have to force the paper to make it to the other side. I always push it in on itself. Like I push it inside, make a like a little flower here. This is a cute one. I love this one. On the other direction, if we you can see now, if we paint it from this side, it's going to be different than if we paint it from that side. Sometimes I paint it from both sides. Sometimes I don't like it where that it could be from that side, and turn it up on its side and paint it this way. Let me do one more, but in blue this time. This is not the same type of paper. This is a lighter paper, much more lighter than this one. This is almost like a cardboard. This is 200 grams paper, and this one is, I think, 120. 100 grams paper, so it's much lighter. So here again. First step, the accordion. I always start with the accordion. You can make the same pattern, but in the other direction if we start with the accordion in the other side. But I'm finding from this side is easier, and it makes better looking works if it's squared. So I have the accordion. I have the simple accordion. Now, from the accordion, starting from the middle, I pinch it down, I do this for making it very precise. The this fold that starts in that middle section, and the vertice, the um, the vertice is gonna touch the the line of the accordion, that middle top of the mountain here. Always check that your line is starting correctly, that your line is starting where it should be. It's not starting a little before or a little after. Always very precise. Um, and more important in the first steps, that be very precise with the folds. So we have the paper plane. From the paper plane, from that vertice, I'm gonna fold that half. I'm gonna fold that. This side is gonna touch this side. If I do that, touching that side with that side, it's gonna give me the middle part of that angle. Just like geometry like in middle school, it's just like that. It's simple geometry. And again, from that point, I'm gonna turn that side into that side. It's not away, it's not in, it's that side to that side. And if you look doing that fold, you're gonna see that the line touches perfectly in that connection, in that mark. And here it is, the middle point of the star. I will find the other edges, folding in on itself, marking it down. And I can fold it here. Just here, I can fold it. Only with the marked line.
Tola.
And I'm gonna do it in the other side. That fold, and I have the hexagon. This is how it looks from that side, but this is the hexagon. If we find the hexagon, we are golden, because here's where all the magic happens. I will try to find every half point from every side. So from the hexagon, I'm gonna touch that point up to that point. So I'm finding the middle section here. Now again, that point up to that point, I'm finding the middle section. Always check that passing through the middle point of the star, like the point of the star. If your line is not touching the middle of the point of the star, you're doing it wrong. Again, to find every half of the hexagon. We are here. This is how it looks in the other side. This is how it looks in the correct side. I don't no, no, I don't know if it is the correct side, but in the how it looks in the hexagonal way. So here is easier if you're here. So I make, it's not the star now, but it's like a little rose. You can check that the folds are correctly, because it's gonna be one valley, one mountain, one valley, and then I need a mountain, so I folding it in the other in the other way. I find these little flower star, starting star. From here, now we have to find every half of the hexagon, from the edges to the middle part, because we did the first part, the first accordion. We have one now. We have that one. I'm gonna try to find it from every other side. That one and that one. And have that one and that one. Where it is, where it is. There it is. That side up to the middle. That side up to the middle. That side up to the middle. Here is another one. Sometimes you miss one of the sides. At this point, you can see the star. You can see where it is. You can just pop it into itself. Here it is. Here's the star. I'm gonna unfold it everything to just make it look easier. So you can see the star here. That is, there it is, there it is, there it is. There it is, there it is. And here, and here, and here. So, oh, ahí está. This is lighter paper, so it's a little bit harder to do. I'm trying to find one of the points of the star. If I find one of the points, everything is much easier. So I find that one, I pitch it down with a little clip, and I start constructing my star. When it doesn't make it easier, we just have to fold it again. Sometimes you have to fold it in the other direction, like in the opposite side. First, stop. And there is another one. And there is another one. Have to pull it again in the other direction, so it gives us an easier way. There it is. Stop. So you can, with a bigger piece of paper, you can do a star within a star. You only have to fold it. Let me show you. If we want to do a star within a star, I only have to do it that those folds, those ones, the folds that I did in the middle, do again another one. But not just only the middle, but fold it in again and again. But maintaining like the star part, that like the middle lines, only the, I don't know if it makes sense, those lines. If I want to make a star within a star, I find that middle line. This is, it's hard to find that one, and it's harder in a small piece of paper like this one. Is much harder, but you have to start like that. Let me show you guys. It's too small. I don't think I'm gonna succeed. Maybe I'm gonna do it. Maybe. So I was finding a smaller one. There is a small star, and if you pop the other one, you can find the star within the star, just like that. And if you pull it more, you can find a star within a star within a star within a star, and make like a big geometric shape. It makes sense. Yeah, that's where you were. No, Miguel. Like find it that all that
Yes, that's what I was.
that where
But
where. You were.
but mine doesn't pop as nice as yours.
This is a harder paper, so it's pops much easier. In a lighter paper like this one, you have to be careful not to tear the paper uh, tear the paper, because folding it too much times it's gonna start to tear, to break down. Stacy, did you do us one star? Um, okay, okay. Now we're recording this session, and I'm pretty sure I'm recording this one, so you can check the steps. I will change this setup for um, start the painting process. So hold down, hold a couple of minutes, so I can prepare the my space. I don't want to paint this mat. So I want to start with the ones that we did, and and I want to show you another technique to make shapes with the paper. Let me paint this one, this one. I'm gonna paint that. So here it is. So first, the spray paint. I sent you the 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 material list, and I sent you those some of the links that you can buy the um, the sprays. I think you can find this one, this this brand in any like street art store, or like graffiti store. I don't know if you have one of those near, or you can find in a hardware store. You can find the Rust-Oleum ones, than the other ones that I sent you. I usually use non-water based, just because the water based ones absorbs differently in the paper. Sometimes it's absorbed, like absorbs not in a not in a how you say it, not in a um, it like absorbs and start making another type of works. This, this one is the most like precise one that I use. Always shake it like a couple of minutes. If it's a new spray paint, you have to shake it like 2 to 3 minutes to make everything. Um, the caps are very important. This one comes um, with a very small um, small spray. It's not a big um, it's not a big spray. It's a very small one. Uh, if you're using one that is too much big, that has too much power, push your your spray paint away. Just a little bit. Let me protect my computer. So keep spray paint on my computer. So here it is. Oh, I always find one direction to spray paint it on, and I follow that direction to make the phenomena the phenomena of of shadow and light much more profound. So because if I start painting in every direction, the the shadow is gonna disappear. So I want to start and make it only one direction from one side. You can check in the other video how do I do it. I always put this spray paint like in on its side and and very close to the paper, very close to the table, so I have like a very smooth line, not from upside, not from up here, very from the line. And I use lots of paint, lots of paint. I'm not shy about painting the paper. Always use a gas mask spray paint. It's not toxic, but it fills your lungs with particles. So here I am. I will spray paint, and I think I'm not gonna be able to speak. So yeah. Let me show you. That look how I'm doing with the spray paint. I always pushing it very down and on its side. I and I'm shaking it so it makes always from one side. Always from one side. And I use lots of paper. Also lots of paint. You can see why I do it, the folding process, how I do it. Because every line, every detail that I put in the paper is going to show up when I'm painting it. So I'm not trying to fold everything on the paper, only the precise lines that I'm trying to find. They have to dry up. Put them here. Here's the star. Working with colors is a whole world of colors. Um, I usually use complementary colors. If you go to the any color wheel, you can search for any color wheel and and check the opposite side of the color wheel. You can find the complementary color. That color, the thing is that when you paint shadows, you don't use black to paint shadows. When you paint like in oleum or in acrylic, when you're painting like a realism, you never use black to paint the shadows. You always use the complementary color. When it's um, when it's blue, you have to use, I think it's yellow. When you use purple, I think it's green. So the contrast of those colors makes the shadows and lights. You can use lots of colors, but I always like to do them very minimal way. Let me put the camera here. I'm using a yellow one. Let me see how it gets. Trying to find an angle. The spray paint always close to the table, always on its side. Always check that the paint is is getting well. Sometimes you have to put the spray paint a couple of inches away, so only the like the mist comes to the paper. You can look that the yellow complements very nicely with the blue ones, with this blue with this blue color. With black paper, just about any color would do, because black is like a very good basis to start with. Usually use lighter colors with the black paper. More darker colors are not going to work as well as a lighter color. Let me show you a two color one. So I start with one color, in this case white. The spray paint close to the table, and I'm kind of like 30 centimeters away, something like that. I'm not very close to it, only for the little details, but usually very like a 30 to 40 centimeters away. I hold the paper in the same direction, and the spray paint always in the same direction. I'm thinking about light. Like light comes always from one direction. I turn it to one side, and now I'm giving it another color. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a very nice one. Here I leave them to dry up a couple of hours. Goes here. No, that one, no, that one. Let me show you those two ones. Uh, how you know or that I like to crumble the paper? That gives it um, a unique style, something that it's only done with paper. You can't do this with any other material. So I love the crunchy parts. You can see that every detail that I put in the paper, it stays with the paper. That's a beautiful one. Now, I want to show you a technique. I'm using here a very basic uh, wooden board. You can use it with any kind of board on it, or any kind of table or anything. I love this one. This kind of work. I use little pins, just like that. I'm painting all my pins, so they're all painted layers and layers of paint. So here's a little here's a nice trick. So I have the paper and I fold it, scrunch it, put a pin here, fold it, put another pin, fold it. I'm this is like sculpting paper. I'm finding the all the folds that the paper gives us. Another one, pin on it, and another one. Here. This is a nice one. This is a very nice one. I will use white. Always use your mask. I'm not using it, but always use your mask. You have to be like that. Here's a little trick. Here's a little trick. If you use gloves, like surgical gloves, always check that your finger doesn't leave like l- l- doesn't give you a another fold. Is very put your glove very in on itself, because if you're pushing it in its side and the glove comes touching the spray, it's gonna mess with the spray, and it's gonna start um, putting drops of paint, not the spray paint. So put your gloves very tight. So here it is. This is a very nice one. I leave it in the board to dry up. That's why I use a board. You can also um, pin the paper here and paint it. Let me show you. Paint it on its sides. Sometimes it's easier. And we're gonna leave it to dry. I have another one and another one. let me show you the other side of the star. I always pinch the paper just before spray painting it. I like to make those mistakes that are not mixed mistakes, these are very intentional, to make every work unique and every work special. If you're doing that pinch, that's it. Ahí está. So, guys, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions that from the painting side of things or the folding? Let me show you the kind of fabric that I use to iron it, to iron those one. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer to the paint dries. Keep the paint. This is the cloth that I use. I put it in my work table. The fabrics that are better for this kind of work, you can see that the very porous one. Yeah, it's not a very smooth one. It's a very porous one. I usually use, you can use any kind of denim. The blue jeans cloth is very good, or this kind of cotton cloth that has a kind of texture to it. If you use something like that, a very smooth one, is gonna the paint is gonna um, paste to the cloth, and I don't want that. Hi guys, I'm sorry. I'm here again. I'm sorry. Oh, my phone died, I think. I know, I'm here. Oh, I'm here. I'm here. It didn't die. I didn't die. No, no, no. It's too. Oh, ¿qué pasó? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Here I am. I'm gonna wait to iron it next week, but I'm gonna show you Um, the one that I use, I have to wait till the paper to the paint dries up. But I use a common one, a common iron. You can have it in any common uh, house. You have one ironing. This one is an old one that I don't care that can have paint on it or anything. Um, I use the cotton settings. The cotton settings. I think it's almost the hottest settings. It's like you can check it there. It's almost in the most hot spot, and I use and this one has like a spray thing, and I spray with water the paper. It's much easier. But I think I want to wait a couple of hours until I do that. So, guys, we are here. This is a very good looking one. So, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions about the process and up to this part? Hi, Mike.
I have a question about cup to spray. You use a similar cup what include when you buy a spray, or you buy
Yes.
another basic cup?
The one that it comes with it. There are other cups that are thinner and other cups that are wider, but the ones that comes with the sprays are okay. They're just good. If you're working with a big piece of paper, like a big one, sometimes you can have a higher volume cap. I think that there are the orange ones that have like a bigger spray, and there are also smaller ones that just for details. But the common one that it comes with it is like a standard one. You can use it for smaller and bigger pieces.
Okay, thank you. And you change this cap for not everyone. Just today you spray your art, so you use one cap, but for another day or the second week when you use the cap, you change a new cap, or
I try to save the caps. I try to if I paint today and leave the cap how it is, sometimes it's gonna clog up the paint and it's not gonna work the next day.
okay.
So, to let me show you. To unclog the spray paint and save the cap, you turn the spray paint on its side and start shooting until there's no more paint left, and
Okay.
that's how you clean the cap.
Okay. Yeah.
Now you can save it.
Okay.
I usually spend lots of caps. The caps clog up, and you have to change up the ones that you have. When you go to an art store, always the graffiti art stores, they have lots of caps. You can buy them.
Yeah, I know. I ask about cap because I know that it's different
They are
caps. So
different ones.
yeah.
I don't think that I have one of those. Let me show you another perspective. This one is another brand. I
Mhm.
I prefer the Molotov and the Rust-Oleum ones.
Okay.
Those one are like the best one that you can use.
Mhm.
But this one, the Rust-Oleum ones, have much volume with the spray paint. You have
Mhm.
to pull yourself a couple of inches away and spray paint. The Molotov ones are like very precise, are more detailed one. So sometimes a combination of both are very good. Sometimes one spray paint is okay.
Mhm. Okay, thank you.
Tola, when you spray paint paper, how long would you wait to iron it or manipulate it, flatten it out?
It depends. This one, they are very small ones, so a couple of hours, 1 or 2 hours, they're okay. To the touch, this is one is already dried up, but if I apply water and heat, the paint is gonna stick to the cloth. So I want to wait a couple of hours uh, until the next week to iron it out with you guys. If it is a bigger piece of paper, a bigger work, you have to wait a day or two.
Um,
Yes.
and so you mentioned the spraying the water. So do you use the steam setting on your iron,
Yes.
or it just
Yes. I use the steam
oh,
setting, and I
okay?
also sometimes I spray paint. I spray water with another bottle with spray paint. I have one here, like a small one.
Oh, you have like a spray bottle for water. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I have like a spray bottle with water,
Okay.
and I uh, water all the paper. It doesn't. It helps me with ironing. That's why I'm using this kind of paper, a very heavy paper, cotton based one. That kind of paper resists lots of manipulation and lots of water and lots of heat. Another kind of paper, like a common printer paper one, is not gonna resist too much water on it. So if you're using like a lighter paper like this blue one, I recommend not so much water.
And you said you usually do like the cotton setting or something like that. It's not.
Yes, the paper that I recommend for this kind of work is the cotton, acid-free cotton paper. That's an aquarela paper. That's a heavier paper. It's used for art. You can buy it in art stores, in art supply stores. They're used for collage. They're used for aquarela and drawings. There are it's called archival paper, acid-free paper. Um, they are Fabriano. They are ¿cómo se llama el otro? Murillo and
There's Canson. Yeah.
the Canson one. That's a very good paper also. Any of those ones are very good papers. You can iron them, put water in, paint it all over again. I sometimes I make I make a work, iron it, and I don't like it, so I do it again. I fold it again and spread it again. And this kind of paper resists uh, resist the heavy wear, that the heavy treatment that I give them. I really I really enjoy this one, the the hexagonal one. It's a very beautiful one, a very beautiful piece.
And so with the spritzing, when you're spritzing the water on it or the steam, it's you just want to get a little bit, you want to get it just a tiny bit. I'm guessing you don't want too much water on
Yes,
there.
it's a little bit of water. You can use a little bit of water.
So
But
it's like a trial and error then.
yes, the most important part is the cloth. Is the cloth that you use. Try to find cotton, a cotton cloth that it resists heat and resists wear. I recommend something similar to denim, something similar to blue jean. You can go to a cloth store, I don't know, and check the material that you're using. Don't use any artificial ones, any nylon, any um, something like very plastic cloth. Don't use them because the heat is gonna melt down the cloth. So use a heavier cotton one. Um, don't use a towel, but something like this one is perfect.
Yeah, what I have, I don't know if it kind of sounds like denim, but you buy it at like one of those big hardware stores. It's the
Yes.
canvas drop cloth that painters will use, that they'll use over and over again.
Yes, those are usually cotton or linen.
Okay.
Those are very good cloth. Also, you can use
Yeah.
those.
Okay.
Those are I I think that the cloth is the most important part because the technique, if you like iron it in this kind of paper with the paint, you're gonna mess it up. You're gonna the paint is gonna attach to the paper, or the paint is gonna attach to the cloth. So you have to find the correct heat of the iron to the correct cloth. So I recommend a medium high temperature and a denim kind of cloth, or any heavy cotton cloth. Just 1 meter by 1 meter kind of cloth is gonna be okay. Here in Santiago, you can buy them just in any place, like a roll of cloth to make, I don't know, bags or clothes or anything. So where do you live? Please tell me if you can find any of the things that I'm telling you about. So Sarah, how are you doing? Do you could you follow the steps?
No, it's great. Yes, I've taken lots of notes, Tola. So I have lots of notes on the painting. My husband loves origami, so he's helped me some with the folding part. So I have a whole bunch of papers ready to spray paint.
I would like to. I would love to see a photo of them. Yes, please.
Okay, sure. That's
Please,
okay.
please show.
Yeah,
Please send
I'll
me
take a photo and send
yeah.
it to
Please
you.
send me a picture of those. Yes, please.
Yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, sorry. If Pete is not answering, uh, you have your hand up.
No, I'm sorry. That was accidental. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So that's it, you guys. Do you have any questions? Do you have any suggestions? I will. I'm hoping this time this recording is going to be okay. I'm recording with two sides. I'm recording from the Google Meet side and from my computer, so I think it's going to be okay. I will upload it when it's finished, and I will send you guys the recording. I will keep you in the Google Drive folder um, for I think in like a year or something like that. If I change anything, I'm gonna tell you. Um, I will try to make a guide or something like that in my computer with precise lines, to make like a guide to you guys use. Um, and that's it. Um, any other questions? Any other suggestions?
Well, thank you so much, Tola.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. This is my first time doing a workshop of my work. It's been challenging, and it's been I have hits and misses. So
It's a learning. It's you
yeah, it's a learning
you learn,
experience.
but there's lots of wonderful information. And if you want to teach more classes, I would like to sign up. I'm really admiring your recent work. I don't know how you do that. Create the depth.
Oh,
You have some
those are
beautiful,
cool.
beautiful
Those are
painting
very
stuff.
Thank you, thank you. Those are very cool with the nails. They're very cool. We have one more class left with this series. Next week we're gonna talk about ironing, the cloth that we're using, and the final steps that I apply. I usually apply varnish and 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 something like that. So that's it. Maybe I'm gonna do another workshop for the new works, but I'm just loving the origami pieces now. Um, Maybe I'm gonna do one workshop in Spanish, and that's it. So thank you guys. Hope to see you next week, and I'm thank you for all for coming. Thank you for for following the steps and your question and everything.
Okay, thanks again, Tola.
Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. Thanks, Mike.
Thank
See you next
you.
week.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, Michael. Thank you, Miguel.